Imagine a place where everywhere you look, there's golden wheat swaying in the breeze. Old churches with their beautiful domes stand tall against the blue sky. And the people there, they just keep going no matter how tough things get. This is Ukraine, a country the whole world is watching right now. Not just because of what they're going through, but because of how they keep standing strong. They've got deep roots, a rich culture, and they play a big role in how the world works. Come join us on Wise Finch. We're going to show you what makes Ukraine so special, from its beautiful lands to its people who just won't quit. You'll see why their story matters so much right now. Ukraine is huge. We're talking about one of the biggest countries in Europe. Right now, about 39 million people call it home. It covers around 603,549 square kilometers, which makes it the second largest country that's completely in Europe. Only Russia is bigger. To give you an idea, it's even larger than France. Look at where Ukraine sits on the map. It's right in the middle of everything. Belarus is up north. Russia stretches out to the east. Down south, you've got two important seas, the Sea of Azov and the Black Sea. These aren't just any waters. For centuries, traders have used them to move goods between Europe, Asia, and the Middle East. Now head west. You'll find Moldova and Romania in the southwest corner. Keep going and you hit Hungary, Slovakia, and Poland along the western edge. See what I mean? Ukraine touches so many different countries. It's like a bridge connecting different parts of Europe. The capital is Kyiv. You might also see it written as Kiev. This city has been around for ages, one of the oldest in all of Europe. It sits right on the Dnieper River and it's beautiful. About 2.9 million people live there now. Kyiv isn't just where the government is. It's really the heart of Ukraine, where the culture lives, where the spirit of the country beats strongest. But Kyiv's not the only city worth knowing about. Ukraine has several other big cities, and each one has its own vibe, its own story to tell. Take Lviv, over in the west. People call it Ukraine's cultural capital, and once you see it, you'll understand why. You've got cobblestone streets and these old buildings from when the Habsburgs ruled. It feels like you've stepped back in time. The cool thing is, you can see different influences here, Polish, Austrian, Ukrainian, all mixed together in one place. Then there's Odesa. This is Ukraine's main port city, where ships come and go all the time. Odesa is where Ukraine ships out tons of grain to the world. That's actually why they call Ukraine Europe's breadbasket. Moving east, you'll find Kharkiv. This is Ukraine's second biggest city, and it's all about industry and education. Universities and research centers are everywhere here. Generation after generation of scientists, engineers, and smart minds have come out of Kharkiv. Finally, there's Dnipro, right in the center of the country on the Dnieper River. This city handles industry, business, and science all at once. They build aerospace equipment here. Now let's discuss the people. Most Ukrainians, about 3 out of every 4 people, are ethnically Ukrainian. But there's also a big Russian community, especially in the east and south. Beyond that, you've got smaller groups too. Belarusians, Bulgarians, Hungarians, Crimean Tatars, Romanians, Poles, and Jewish communities. All these different people together make Ukraine this rich mix of cultures. It's all tied to Ukraine's complicated history, different empires, different rulers over the centuries. That's why you see so many different groups living here today. Christianity dominates Ukraine's religious landscape, with the Eastern Orthodox Church being the largest denomination. The Greek Catholic Church also commands significant following, particularly in Western Ukraine. Muslim and Jewish communities, though smaller in number, have deep historical roots in the region and continue to contribute to Ukraine's religious diversity. Ukrainian, an East Slavic language written in Cyrillic script, serves as the official language of the nation. Its melodious tones and rich vocabulary reflect centuries of literary and cultural development. Russian, Crimean Tatar, Romanian, Hungarian, Polish, and Yiddish are spoken by various minority communities. Here's something impressive. Almost everyone in Ukraine can read and write. We're talking about a 99.76% literacy rate, which is one of the best rates in the world. Kids get free education from age 6 to 17, and it's required. Ukrainians love their land. Farming has always been a big part of their life, and they really respect nature. It's in their culture, in how they live. Known for their warm hospitality and friendliness, Ukrainians welcome guests with genuine openness. However, beneath this warmth lies a fierce pride in their national identity and sovereignty. An important note for those interacting with Ukrainians: never refer to the country as the Ukraine. This usage is considered disrespectful, as it implies the country is merely a region rather than a sovereign nation. The correct reference is simply Ukraine. Ukrainians also have a passionate relationship with sports. Football, soccer reigns supreme as the nation's favorite sport, but Ukrainians have also excelled in basketball, volleyball, tennis, ice hockey, boxing, gymnastics. Ukraine's geography can be divided into 4 distinct regions, each with its own character and significance. The northern region, known as Polessia, stretches across Ukraine's northern territory, bordering Belarus. This less populated area is characterized by post-ice age landforms, dense forests, and extensive marshlands. The central region represents Ukraine's agricultural heartland. Approximately 1/4 of the world's fertile black soil is found in Ukraine. Vast fields of wheat, corn, barley, sunflowers, sugar beets, and potatoes stretch across the landscape, justifying Ukraine's historic designation as Europe's breadbasket. Ukraine serves as a biodiversity hotspot. The country is home to over 70,000 species. The Carpathian Mountains provide habitat for red deer and the majestic imperial eagle. Ukraine experiences significant temperature variations throughout the year. In most parts of Ukraine, the average annual temperature ranges between 7 to 9 degrees centigrade. Summer temperatures can soar to 30 degrees centigrade or higher, while winter temperatures plunge to -20 degrees centigrade or below, particularly in northern and eastern regions. The name Ukraine derives from the Old East Slavic word Ukraina, meaning borderland or frontier region. Historically, this term was used for territories situated on the frontiers of large states such as Kievan Rus, Poland, or Russia. Over time, people living in this borderland region, particularly the Cossacks, developed their own distinct culture, identity, and spirit of independence. As consciousness of an independent nation grew in this frontier region, the word Ukraina became a symbol of national identity and was eventually accepted as the name for an independent country. Ukraine's history is long and complex, marked by periods of independence, foreign rule, and continuous struggle. In ancient times, this region was home to Scythian and Slavic tribes. Later, the medieval state of Kievan Rus emerged, considered the foundation of the Ukrainian nation. After Mongol invasions, the territory was divided among Lithuania, Poland, and Russia. In the 17th century, the Cossacks established a self-governing Hetmanate state. From the 18th to 20th centuries, most of Ukraine remained under the control of the Russian Empire and later the Soviet Union. During World War I and the Russian Revolution, Ukraine declared independence several times, such as forming the Ukrainian People's Republic. But these attempts were unsuccessful. The terrible Holodomor famine of 1932–1933 and the devastation of World War II caused immense suffering to Ukraine. In 1991, following the collapse of the Soviet Union, Ukraine gained independence through voting. After independence, the country faced major challenges including political instability, corruption, and tensions with Russia. The Orange Revolution of 2004 and the Maidan Revolution of 2014 strengthened democracy in Ukraine and increased the country's tilt toward Western nations. Ukraine's desire to join NATO and deepening ties with Western countries were viewed by Russia as a threat to its national security. During this period, in 2014, Russia annexed Crimea and fueled armed conflict in eastern Ukraine. Ultimately, in February 2022, Russia launched a full-scale military invasion of Ukraine, creating a devastating war and severe humanitarian crisis. As of November 2025, the war continues, with Russia controlling approximately 19% of Ukrainian territory. The national flag of Ukraine consists of 2 horizontal stripes, blue on top, symbolizing open skies and vast waterways, and yellow below, representing the country's vast wheat fields and agricultural wealth. Ukraine's coat of arms is the trizub, trident, an ancient symbol displayed in gold on a blue shield. Despite war having brought significant changes to this country, Ukraine remains a place where history, culture, and nature converge magnificently. In folk art, traditionally painted eggs called pysanki are quite famous, and embroidery and woodwork are also well known. In music and dance, traditional Ukrainian folk music and dance have always been known for their vibrancy and energy. Ukrainian ballet is a magnificent blend of beauty, skill, and culture, with tunes and traditional dances like hopak, Cossack, and Kolomyika deeply embedded in this culture. Chernivtsi, located in western Ukraine, also known as Little Vienna and Jerusalem on the Prut, is considered one of Ukraine's major cultural centers. This city is famous for its historic architecture and educational sites. Situated near the borders of Slovakia and Hungary, Uzhhorod has been a vibrant city with diverse cultural heritage. Historic sites like Uzhhorod Castle and the 17th century Greek Catholic Cathedral. For military history enthusiasts, Poltava has been special, known for the decisive 18th century battle and sites like the Column of Glory and Poltava battlefield. For natural beauty, the Tunnel of Love in Kievan, a naturally formed green tunnel covered with trees, is famous for its romantic beauty. Additionally, one can experience the peace and natural beauty of ancient cave monasteries carved into cliffs at Bakota village on the banks of the Dniester River. The Chernobyl exclusion zone, despite being the site of the 1986 nuclear disaster, is now known for dark tourism. Unfortunately, war has badly damaged these amazing places that tourists used to visit. Many old buildings, museums, and religious places have been hurt or destroyed. Right now, because of the war that's still happening, it's hard or dangerous to travel to many of these areas. Ukraine's festivals are full of life and energy. Ukraine's Independence Day is the country's biggest national celebration, held every year on August 24. This day marks Ukraine's freedom from the Soviet Union in 1991. Similarly, Kyiv Day is a special festival celebrated in honor of Ukraine's capital, Kyiv. On this day, numerous events, music concerts, and magnificent fireworks are organized in Kyiv, celebrating the city's spirit and historic identity. The Vyshyvanka Festival is also a unique cultural celebration of Ukraine that honors the traditional embroidered shirt called Vyshyvanka. During this time, people participate in parades, music concerts, and various cultural activities wearing their beautifully embroidered shirts. This festival reflects pride in Ukrainian folk art and national costume. Malenka is also a traditional festival here. People wear various costumes, go caroling house to house, meaning they go singing songs in groups and giving good wishes. Atlas Weekend, one of the biggest music festivals held in Kyiv, features performances by famous artists from Ukraine and around the world, representing modern Ukrainian culture and youth preferences. Ukrainian food has lots of variety and is a beautiful mix of taste, good nutrition, and traditional warmth. Famous dishes include borscht, a red beet soup often made with meat, cabbage, and vegetables like potatoes. Serving it hot with sour cream is a special part of Ukrainian culture. Similarly, vareniki is also a popular dish. These are stuffed dumplings filled with potatoes, cheese, meat, or sweet cherry filling. Holubtsi are cabbage rolls with a meat and rice mixture inside, and banosh is a creamy dish made from corn flour. Ukraine's bread culture is also very rich, including traditional sweet bread called paska, which is specially baked for Easter. Pampushki and kalech are also popular breads here. At festivals, a drink called uzvar made from dried fruits is often served. Also, kvass is a fermented drink usually made from rye bread. Kefir is also a fermented dairy product. And horolka is a traditional Ukrainian distilled alcoholic drink similar to vodka, often mixed with honey or pepper to make different flavors. Traditional clothing plays an important role in Ukrainian culture. Prominent among these is the Vyshyvanka, known for its intricate embroidery. It often features geometric patterns or floral designs and is usually made from natural fibers like linen or hemp. Additionally, for women's traditional Ukrainian clothing, the fabric belt or poyas is a long and often embroidered cloth tied around the waist. It is an important part of women's costume that enhances the beauty of the entire outfit with color and decoration. The vinok, or flower crown, is also a key element of traditional dress that gives it a unique and attractive appearance. Under normal circumstances, the best time to visit Ukraine is usually from May to September, when the weather is mild and pleasant. Direct flights from major U.S. cities to Ukraine were available in the past, but current security concerns have affected travel options. As we conclude this documentary on Ukraine, we now clearly understand that today's Ukraine shows the world a lively and complex example of how building a nation is an ongoing process, shaped by challenges, strength, and a strong commitment to independence and identity. Despite facing one of the toughest times in its history, with ongoing war affecting about 19% of its land, Ukrainian people continue to show amazing strength, protecting their homeland while keeping their cultural identity and democratic dreams alive. Ukraine's story is about a nation that refuses to be known only for war. It is a land of golden wheat fields and old forests, of creative minds and artistic souls, of deep traditions and future hopes. The Ukrainian people's connection to their land, their strong defense of their independence, and their steady hope for a peaceful, successful future serve as an inspiration to the world. As international support continues and rebuilding plans take shape, Ukraine stands as proof of human strength and the lasting power of national identity. This is not just Ukraine's story. It is a reminder to all of us about the cost of freedom, the importance of cultural heritage, and the strength of the human spirit when tested by history's biggest challenges. If you enjoyed this documentary, please like and share it and let us know in the comments. Share your love and support with us. Also, tell us which topic you'd like to see in the next documentary. Until then, don't forget to subscribe to Wise Finch and press the bell icon and keep giving us your love as always so this documentary journey continues. Thank you.